all you beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace Oldroyd, and this is a channel that I've created just to document some of the experiences and moments in life that I want to remember. I have been documenting our experiences with infertility, IVF, and then most recently, our pregnancy. So this video will be recapping the third trimester. This is mostly for me to look back on and remember some of the things that I experienced. It's amazing how fast you kind of forget. This will probably be the last video that I make before baby comes. I am officially 39 weeks and 1 day today. My due date is less than a week away, and I'm kind of been trying to figure out when do you cut it off, because I mean, I could go to 41 weeks or past, or I could have the baby tonight. So I figured I'd go ahead and kind of wrap this up. The next video I do will probably be our birth vlog, which is kind of crazy. So little bump date. It's been a while. So I'm 30 weeks and 5 days today. And yeah, this is how I'm looking. I feel like I'm starting to really look pregnant. So the third trimester for me started late November, early December, and just found out I had passed my glucose test, was feeling pretty good, still had some energy, and was getting ready to enter the holiday season. So I just felt like there's kind of a lot going on, but also feeling like February was still so far away, but also super close. It was kind of this weird time warp. Time is so weird. So some of the symptoms that I experienced third trimester, I definitely started feeling a little bit more nauseous. I didn't have a whole lot of nausea in the first trimester and not really any in the second trimester, but I did notice this third trimester, I was feeling a little bit more nauseous, and definitely had a lot more heartburn. That has been like the consistent experience for me in this pregnancy, is just heartburn. It started about 10 weeks or so, and then has been off and on pretty much throughout this whole experience. I haven't had a lot of cravings. I haven't been like, oh my gosh, I need this right now or whatever. But one food that just tasted so good to me was steak and broccoli. My husband makes an amazing steak on the cast iron pan, and it beats any steakhouse we've ever been to. And so I just found myself every time I was at the grocery store being like, oh, we need steak and broccoli. And so we would just fry up some broccoli in our cast iron pan and have some steak to go with it. And sometimes we throw like some potatoes or whatever. But oh my gosh, that meal was so good to me. And still actually now I'm like, maybe we should do steak and broccoli for dinner tonight, because that just sounds good. I'm like, I don't know, is it like my iron or whatever? So nothing too crazy with my diet or my appetite. I have this little water bottle, 40 ounces. It's not a Stanley. It is a Walla. Apparently this is like the new up and coming one, but I got this probably at Target, and I love it because it's like spill proof as I dump it over. But that's 40 ounces. And so I try to drink at least 2 of those to 2 to 3 of those a day, which has been really helpful. So I think that hydration has been pretty good. But I haven't had a lot of hip pain or back pain. Well, let me clarify. I actually have had some back pain, but it's not like your traditional lower back pain or whatever. I've had kind of this pain up in my right side. I've been going to the chiropractor weekly, and I've started doing some prenatal massages, which has been really nice. And so they've been working on it. And too, at one point they thought maybe it was a rib, but they're like, no, your ribs are fine. And so I'm not sure what it is, but I only feel it when I sit. And so I find myself standing and moving a lot, which honestly I think has been good for me because it's kept me moving. But yeah, when I sit for a while, I don't know, it's just kind of this sharp pain, kind of right below my shoulder blade. If any of you guys have experienced that, let me know. But every time I've talked to, our midwife about it, or the chiropractor or the massage therapist, they're all like, well, bodies are weird and you've got extra, weight and things like that. So I don't know what it is, but I am praying that goes away after we have the baby, because it is quite uncomfortable. Anytime I'm driving, I'm like, oh, what's going on? But that's honestly about the only pain I've been in. My hips have been really good. I think I've never been a go to the chiropractor kind of person. I'll be honest, I'm a little skeptical. I'm just not, I don't know. But I kind of was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to try it. just get everything lined up. And I'll say like that probably has contributed. Like I haven't had any hip pain. I haven't had any like lower back pain. Baby's in the right position. I feel pretty good. I have been having Braxton Hicks contractions pretty much all my third trimester. I remember getting them kind of in the late second trimester. In fact, my midwife brought it up at an appointment. She's like, oh, you're having a Braxton Hicks contraction. I'm having one right now. And she's like, oh, you're having Braxton Hicks contractions. I was like, oh, okay. Like that makes sense. I felt that before. Nothing painful, but definitely sometimes I'd have to be like, oh, okay. Like I'd be walking and I'd be like, oh, I can feel that. Like I could feel my stomach tighten and things like that. So I've been having Braxton Hicks contractions the whole third trimester. They've definitely ramped up over the last couple weeks. And so I'm like, okay, at what point does it become like a normal contraction versus just a Braxton Hicks contraction? Cause like sometimes there's like some pain or discomfort associated with it. But I just kind of figured, hey, if it is labor, it will be consistent. They'll get longer, stronger, and closer together, like, I've been taught. And so they always just kind of like go away, but they've been there and they've been around. And then lots of baby movement. So I'm very curious to meet this baby and see, if they're like an active little soul or whatever that's going to look like. But there's been a foot that's been consistently on my right side, just kind of like under my ribs that I can feel. And it's kind of fun. I'll push on it and play with it a little bit and it'll like push back and then like kick. So that's been kind of fun. Definitely feeling a lot less energy, but still like I still go for walks every day. We finally got some snow. I am officially 34 weeks pregnant. I can't really do this with my phone. And Charlie and I are out on our daily walk. I have to say, I think these daily walks have been critical to feeling as good as I have through this pregnancy. So there are many days where I definitely don't want to go, but I'm always glad I do. 34 weeks, only 6 more to go. Andrew and I actually took a birth class together. I figured he would do it with me, but I was kind of pleasantly surprised at how like into it he kind of got, which was really fun. So we did a course with the organization Birth Smarter. So every Thursday in December, Andrew and I would, after work, we'd go to our birth class together. There was a group of, I think 5 of us the first night. And it was kind of fun because all of us that were there we're obviously due within like a week or 2 of each other. In fact, I think some of them have probably had their babies by now. But they were all having girls. And of course, like I don't know what we're having. Andrew knows. So it was kind of fun to like, they're all like, oh yeah, like we're due, February 12th or whatever. And with the girl. And so that was kind of fun. It was just this kind of bonding thing. So we did our birth class together and it was really cool. The first class was all about just kind of like the anatomy and like how birth works, talking a lot about oxytocin, talking about like the natural process of your uterus contracting and your cervix opening and the baby turning and like prostaglandins and kind of the role that the partner can play. And so that was really cool and really fun and fascinating. A lot of the information, like I felt like I had kind of already known, but it was fun doing it alongside with Andrew and then with a group of other couples, like talking about it and just like mentally visualizing and preparing for what that experience will look like for us in, oh my gosh, just a few short days. Headed to our birth class. We are taking a course with Birth Smarter. They're based in New York and they have connections to the facility that we're working with here. So this is our second of 3rd classes. Tonight is comfort and coping. We went last week and I really enjoyed it. I think it was a really good experience. So tonight we're going to work on comfort and coping techniques. So I'm heading up to meet up with Andrew and then we're going to go out to dinner, grab some food beforehand. I'm like considering this like our little date night because I feel like life has just been crazy. On our way to our birth class for comfort and coping. First stop, Wendy's. It was very just like empowering of we're going to provide you information but we're not going to tell you what to think or how to feel. We're not going to tell you hospital's bad, birth center good, birth center bad, you know, hospital good, epidural bad. Like, it was just like, here's what to expect. Here's what to like, here's the research. Here's some things to consider, here, you know, and then it was like, let's discuss it. And I really, really appreciated that, because I don't like being told what to do. And I don't like somebody telling me what to think either. And so it was really empowering to walk into a room and just be given information, you know, be given resources to go look up more information, and then to really think critically about why I would be making the decisions that I would be making. All right, I am going in to get an ultrasound to check on the polyps that were growing in my uterus when they did the 20-week anatomy scan. So I'm gonna go in and check out that and see how that is going. Also nervous that he'll say the gender, but I'll have to remind him like that I don't know the gender, don't show me anything, but I just want to see the baby's cute little face, because I haven't really seen the baby, because when they did the anatomy scan I was too scared to look at the screen for fear of finding out the gender. So anyway, so we're gonna go in and take a look, and hopefully everything is looking good. Best case scenario, they're totally gone. Worst case scenario, they've grown and they're gonna, you know, impact delivery, but we'll find out. Oh, baby. This little hand down there.
It's just gnawing on my hand.
Is it just on the bottom, or is it just on the back of the head?
No, this is like strands coming off. This is the whole back of the head here. So it's just kind of matted because it's got a vernix everywhere. But even that, it's just kind of like floating around and handing out food.
Literally. All right, so I'm officially 35 weeks today. Definitely, I feel like the bump has grown a lot over the last couple weeks. So there she is. Well, the bump. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but 35 weeks today. Today's been interesting. I've been really tired and I've been kind of crampy. So mentally this whole time I've been like, I'm probably gonna go late. I'm a first time mom, etc. So I'm like mentally preparing to go to like 41 weeks or so, just to like, you know, have that in my mind. But today was the first time I was like, what if I go into labor early? Like, anyway, I'm only 35 weeks. So I'm like, stay in for at least 3 more weeks. That would be great, 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, I've just been kind of crampy on and off today. I've been really tired. I'm just kind of feeling like, my body's doing something. So that's good. It's preparing. But is it going to be preparing for 5 weeks or at 5 days? Like, I don't really know. So just went and got some groceries. And then I'm going to start doing some meal prep. So I've got stuff to do breakfast. So I'm going to start with breakfast and do some like breakfast burritos and things like that. That's my plan for this weekend. So slowly start stocking up our freezer over the next couple of weeks with some meals and start, you know, getting ready, because I guess baby could come whenever they want now at this point. But 36 weeks, still going, and a snowstorm. We're doing good, feeling good. It's hard to get out, but once I'm out, I'm happy I'm happy I do. So is Charlie. All right, just got out of my 36-week appointment. Everything's looking good. Did my group B strep test, and it's actually kind of nice because at this clinic that I go to, you do it yourself, like go in the bathroom and you do it yourself. So that's kind of nice and reassuring. So we did that, got my blood drawn. They're gonna do a full panel workup, make sure everything's looking good. Talked to the midwife a little bit. Everything's looking good and measuring the way it should be. Baby's still head down. She said she thinks there might be a hand up by the face. So we'll see. But also I have my honey. They always have good snacks there because I love some snacks. But yeah, 36 weeks. Tomorrow we're gonna do a family party this weekend just to celebrate you know, this new little baby. So tomorrow we're gonna get together with my mom and my mother-in-law. We're gonna get together and do some baby stuff, some shopping, and I have a fun little surprise for them. So that'll be fun. So I didn't do like a traditional baby shower. And what I wanted to do instead was do meaningful moments with just different friends, you know, as it got closer, whether that's like getting pedicure with somebody or going out to lunch with somebody or things like that, rather than a big group of like a mix of people coming to celebrate. That just didn't feel like my style or my what I was hoping to get out of this experience. I wanted more kind of intimate experiences with people. And so for our family, what we decided to do was just do like a big gathering together to celebrate with our friends and family. Andrew's parents came out to celebrate with us, which was awesome. And we spent a day with my mom and my mother-in-law, and we did some baby prep. And so we went to Target, we got a few things, went to Costco, did some meal prep, but I also had the opportunity to surprise them and took them to a 3D ultrasound, which was really, really cool. There's the grandmas. Wait, is that what that is?
Hairline. Yeah. It's just peaceful. I know it.
And we went back to my house and we spent some time meal prepping, which was super, super helpful just to have some meals in the freezer. So after the baby comes, you know, I don't have to spend a bunch of time cooking, but getting good nutritional meals. And so that was really fun to spend the day with them. And then we went into the nursery and started putting some of the clothes away and things like that. Then the next day, so we all got together with, you know, the family that's close in this area and Andrew's family that's close in this area, and got together and we went out to eat, and then we went bowling, and it was just super Andrew and I's vibe. It was fun. What are we doing?
Bowling.
We're bowling. Bowling for babies.
No, we are not.
No?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Daddy. There's Then we just kind of settled down for the home stretch of waiting for baby to come. So it started with like weekly appointments where I'd go every week to get checked up, and nesting, a lot of nesting. 37 weeks and a day. Me again. My hair looks like I should be a school teacher from like the 1800s. But we're gonna start washing all of the baby clothes and finish some nursery prep.
Just for effort, if you ever do like a day down.
Really nice scratching and inches.
At 37 weeks today. Made it to the green gate. Whew. Here we come now. Just got out of my 37-week appointment and everything is looking good. She gave me a tour of the birth center, went over all the things. We talked about like what to bring. So it's starting to get real, but it's also weird because it's like technically baby could come, you know, any day if it wanted, or in like 4 weeks. So I don't know. I'm not really quite sure how to plan that. I think I'm going through like this weird, like, I don't want to get too prepared because then I don't want to just sit around and wait, but at the same time I'm like, I want to make sure that we're ready in case baby comes early. So there's been a few things that have been happening the last week. From like 36 weeks on, I've started noticing I'm cramping a lot more. Definitely lots of Braxton Hicks. Have been lots of those. So I'm currently 37 weeks and 4 days, and honestly I'm feeling pretty good still. Definitely starting to feel a little bit more uncomfortable, but not anything painful or anything. I've had some cramping on and off for the last couple days, but I've been cramping off and on, and so I've been doing all the things to try to, you know, make sure my body's prepared. I have been getting some prenatal massages. I've done 2 of those, which have been really nice. I go to the chiropractor every week just to keep everything aligned and make sure we're good to go there. I've been walking every day. I've started doing the 6 dates a day. You know, I don't know if it'll even do anything, but I'm like, it doesn't hurt. So been doing dates and drinking red raspberry leaf tea and doing all that sort of stuff. Mentally, I've like prepared to like, okay, plan on going past your due date and stuff, but then the last couple days, weeks, like everything is just, you know, has been going so smoothly. Like baby's head down has been dropping, not fully engaged, but definitely in my pelvis, ready to go. So that's good. Like I'm feeling good. So yeah, I'm like, mentally I'm like, I could have a baby in a week. I could have a baby in 3 weeks, you know, or I don't know, we'll see. So just really trying to enjoy this last little bit of time being pregnant, and do a few little projects around the house and have a nice balance between movement and keeping myself busy, yet at the same time like also resting. So definitely feel tired more often and feeling pressure and having to pee a lot. So I think normal things. 38 weeks today. Still hiking to the Green Gate. Feeling good. So I'm 38 weeks and 5 days today. It's snowing. I'm tired. A little crampy. This is the last thing I wanted to do today. But we made it to the Green Gate. 39 weeks today. Made it to the Green Gate. It's beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. I'm feeling good mentally, physically, all of the things. So I told myself if I could make it to the Green Gate all the way up through 38 weeks, I would be happy. And we made it to 39. So we'll see if we have another week, 2 weeks, a day. Who knows? Baby can come whenever they want. So till then, just really enjoying being pregnant in the last few days of just Andrew and I, and getting ready for baby. So whenever you're ready, baby. Okay, so I just got out of my 39-week appointment and everything's looking good. Baby's still head down, right where it needs to be. She said she felt like the baby's back was right up against my belly, which is perfect. Heart rate was in the high 140s, measuring exactly right on. So just kind of a waiting game. She said, you know, it could come anytime in a week or 2 weeks, so we'll find out. But kind of gave me some directions and a plan for the next what to expect over the next week or two as we get closer. And yeah, so excited. 38 weeks, baby's moving right now, so crazy. I can't believe we are at this point. I kind of felt like it would never come, but also feels very real. We'll see what happens and when baby decides to make an appearance. It's kind of weird to like sit back and reflect on the last several years, and especially the last 9 months as we get closer to having this baby. It still doesn't feel real to me. It still feels very this like weird, vague thing that is gonna happen, but maybe eventually kind of thing. Mentally, I actually feel really good. I'm not feeling anxious. I'm not feeling nervous. I'm really excited for this opportunity and this experience. I'm a little nervous for the postpartum experience just because it's going to be a big change. But, knowing that, Andrew and I are in it together is reassuring. So, and that we have lots of support nearby to help. But yeah, while I could have the baby anytime, I kind of think we're probably still a few days out, maybe a week or two out. So we'll see what the next couple days brings. But I think that will kind of wrap up my 3rd trimester video and updates. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. I'm excited. I feel at peace. I feel excited. I feel ready. I feel like I have mentally prepared myself, physically prepared myself, emotionally prepared myself. And now I'm just very curious to see how it's going to play out and, what my story will be, what our story will be, me, the baby, Andrew, like how it's going to go down. So next time I post a video will be probably an update on how everything went. Yay, exciting. Okay, and then for those that are curious and for posterity's sake, here is my 39-week and 1 day baby bump with first baby. So I don't feel that big. I probably look bigger than I feel, but there's the bump. Excited to meet this little baby.